Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back with another episode of Nate's Greats, and I know I said a while back I was going to do some gothic rock stuff, and I thought that this would be a good time to talk about death rock. What is death rock? It is the combination of hardcore punk music, and goth rock music. And to me, one of the greatest death rock bands and just plain out goth rock bands ever is Christian Death. And we're going to talk about their seminal classic 1982 release, Only Theater of Pain. This album is an amazing album, a one and done lineup. This lineup only did this record, and then that's it. But Christian Death has continued on in various other forms. To me, the true masterpiece, though, of the band is this album. Truly iconic for a reason. We have James McCarthy, Rick Agnew, George Bellinger, and of course, the mighty and powerful, late, great Roz Williams. Singer, songwriter, poet, avant-garde movie maker, avant-garde musician, a truly ingenious and incredible musician and a tortured soul. Unfortunately, Roz committed suicide a few years ago and passed away, and his legacy, it lives on through this music and this album in particular. Now let's get right into it. Starts off with Cavity, First Communion. Slow. The drums kick in, and then Rick Agnew unleashes this fuzzy, distorted, just amazing sounding guitar that just, it gets your stomach churning, and it's just evil. And Roz's vocals, it's got a lot of menace and a lot of, he has very David Bowie-esque stylings to his vocals, which I think is really cool. Afterwards, you have Figurative Theater, pummeling bass, good drums, nice work from the musicians. Then you have Burnt Offerings, mean, evil sounding, Mysterium Equantis, I'm sure I'm butchering it, creepy, unnerving, strange, but cool. Then Dream for Mother, also cool, Stairs, Uncertain Journey, a little weird, atmospheric, sort of, hard and pummeling, creepy. Then Spiritual Cramp, top 5 greatest riffs ever written, truly amazing song. And it's got just this nasty delivery from Roz, a lot of spite in that song. And that is followed by Romeo's Distress, a controversial song, a heavy song, menacing song, an iconic song in goth rock music, alternative music. It's, if you know that song, you know that song. And I think everybody should hear it. The controversial piece is some of the language in the song. There's a lot of dealings with evil and a lot of talking about humanity and racism and all sorts of subjects like that. And it's an interesting song. It's not, to me, it's you really have to dig into Roz Williams as a person to understand that song and to understand his background and where he grew up. Interesting song and a good song. Following that is Resurrection, Sixth Communion, groove laden, evil sounding again. Then you have Prayer, and then you get Death Wish. And that's it. You get that pummeling Death Wish, and then bam. And my version of this album actually comes with demos of Romeo's Distress. You get the song Dogs, which is cool, and Desperate Hell, Spiritual Cramp, and Cavity, which are cool. So you get demo versions, a couple unreleased tracks, B-sides, things like that. But yeah, I think this is an amazing album. If you're getting into goth, I wouldn't necessarily point you here. I would say that I would put you more towards how would I word it? I would put you more towards melodic things like The Cure, Depeche Mode, Bauhaus, stuff like that before I would send you this way. But if you're like a punk fan and you like hardcore music, I do not see why you wouldn't be able to get into a band like this. Now, the lyrics are confrontational, very controversial sometimes. Some of the themes come off as very anti-Christian, depending on the record you listen to anyway. I would tell you to stick with any record featuring Roz Williams singing. For those who don't know, at one point there was 2 versions of Christian Death. One featured a guy named Valor Cand singing and doing guitar, and then there was another version that had Roz Williams, and he actually reunited with Rick Agnew on a record, which was pretty cool. But yeah, either way, unfortunately, Roz Williams committed suicide, and a few years ago, I believe in 1991, if I remember right, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, sorry. And his legacy lives on. Christian Death still tours with Valor Cand singing. It's not my thing. I'm more of a fan of the Roz Williams material, but don't get mad at me. Everybody has their favorites. But yeah, go do yourselves a favor, folks. Go check out Christian Death. They're a really great band, and this album is iconic for a reason. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe, and yeah, talk to y'all later, and just remember that Roz is awesome and Christian Death kicks ass. Peace.